Hello guys, welcome to Data Speaks, listening to your data. So today we'll be talking about advantages and disadvantages of using pivot table 103. So if today happens to be your first time in our channel, please click on the like button and subscribe. And if you've not watched pivot table 101 and 102, I would like you to watch it in order for you to get more context on what we're doing, because we are building on a series on pivot table. From the beginner to the advanced, everything you get to know, everything you want to know about pivot table. That's what we're doing in this series. So without wasting much of your time, let's jump in. Now, these are the advantages of using pivot table. The advantage of using pivot table. 1, quick and easy data summarization. It is easy and it's quick to do data summarization. So pivot table is basically known or using to do what? Data summarization. For example, you want to do sum, you want to do average. So pivot table is designed for that. It's quick and easy data summarization. Flexibility and interactivity. It is flexible and interactivity. So you don't have to do much. There's not much things complicated for you to do. No advanced skills required. There's no advanced skills required to use pivot table. It handles large data sets efficiently. And you need to know the data set at the row, we have 1.something million of rows in Excel. So which is almost 1.0 something. But once that data exceeds 1.5 million, a pivot table is not the right tools for you to use. So pivot table can handle large data from 1 to 1 million. Integration with visual. So pivot table can integrate your analysis with visual. You can from pivot table and create a visual to represent your calculation. Customizable calculation. You can do some customizable calculation in pivot table. So let's look at the disadvantage of it. One of it requires clean and structured data. Like I said in a previous video, one of the criteria of a pivot table, which is very, very important, is that you need to have a clean data and it need to be a structured data. Before you can go on and use a pivot table to analyze your data, you need to make sure that those data are clean. And if you've not watched the pivot table 102, please, I would like you to watch. You'll see the assumption, the criterions your data need to meet in order for you to use pivot table, in order for you to get a good result. So one of it, which I discussed in that video, was that your data need to be clean. So the second disadvantage of pivot table is limited customization. We don't have too much customization in pivot table. It's limited to few. And as we go on with the practical, you're all going to see what I'm trying to explain here. No automatic update unless configured. So what does it mean by a no automatic update? For example, now you have a local file stored in your system, and you already did some analysis with the help of pivot table. And the following day, a new data was added to that file. Now, if you don't go back and refresh the data from the source, it will not reflect. That's what it means, no automatic update unless configured. So that is one of the disadvantages of pivot table. So what you need that if you are doing analysis on pivot table and you know that this data, every day we have new data. So what I advise you is that you do what you refresh the data every time you want to make use of that file, refresh it, or unless you configure it. So the disadvantage again we have is that memory and performance issue with huge data set. Like I said, pivot table can be able to handle up to 1 to 1 million rows of data comfortably. When it begins to exceed that, pivot table won't perform. It's not going to perform very well with large huge data set. So when your data set or your row of your data set is between 1 to 1 million, Now pivot table can handle it perfectly. Lack details control over layered. Lacks detail controls over layered. So the layered, as we go on the practical aspect, you're going to see what I mean by lacks details control over layered. So this is what we have for you guys today. The advantages and disadvantages of using pivot table. By so doing, you'll be able to know what is advantage and the disadvantage. Now, since you know the advantages and the disadvantage, now it's going to put you in a good position that, okay, if my data is so and so, this is the tools I need to use. If my data is more than this range, pivot table is not the right tools for me to use. So that's what we have for you guys today. Thank you and thanks for watching.